Hello everyone, in that video I would like to talk about the interactive pack, which is part of MoPlugs project. And I'm sorry I don't have too much time to write a detailed documentation about that, just a few lines about each command. But anyway, in that video I would like to give some notes where you can use, why it's useful, and so on and so forth. So first of all, about the nodes which interactive pack contains of. So this is the commands for story editor, which is under assets browser. You can find the commands interactive. I think most of users, it's like 99%, never use commands in story editor, but this interactive pack gives you some new way how the commands in story editor could be useful. So there are commands for making a camera shake effect, camera zoom in effect. Just drag and drop into the story editor, and when your playback enter the frame, you will have this kind of zoom effect, and you can specify in properties, you can specify the amplitude and duration, for example, so it's not contained to the duration of the clip, by the way. Anyway, you can also put some color triggers, which is very interesting thing, to jump between some um, key positions on the timeline. So like you can play until any frame, and depends on conditions or depends on scenario, you can jump to any other frame. And these triggers could be different because you can assign different colors. It could be red triggers, white triggers, and so on and so forth. There is also player rewind, which helps you to do this kind of jumping effect. So you can, by the way, if we have not an integer value of a first frame, in MotionBuilder the command will not be executed. So it's very important when you put a command to make an integer first frame. It's very important. Other way, the command will be skipped. So we have this kind of rewind mode. And rewind mode, why it's interesting, like when we enter the frame, we could rewind to the start. We could rewind to a color trigger, for example, first color. And let's assign a color. So we put a color trigger. This trigger could be colorized, so we can specify which color we would like to have, for example, red color. And we would like to go to the first red color. So when we enter this frame and we play, we go to the red color. And here could be any other kind of triggers. And this is one part of interactive pack. Another part is that we have quite the same possibilities inside the relation constraints, so we can combine with the triggers and with the math computation in our object. So we have this kind of color constants. We have the common transport, and common transport, which helps to depends on the command, helps to jump to specific color. And even if we have, for example, 3 color and we put this random on, that means we randomly jump to one of these 3 colors. And we also could connect it to any kind of keyboard button. So let me show on some, there are also some interesting note like extended system things. We can go to another take, so we can switch between takes. We can switch between cameras using relation constraint. And we can even change a file, so we can load even another scene using relation constraint, which is pretty cool. And we can have we can receive take list here as well, and do some advanced things like move between specific commands and triggers in the transport control. So many other things that extend the functionality of making an interactive presentation. I've put 3 examples of interactive pack extension inside the MoPlugs on GitHub. There is this MB scenes folder, MoPlugs MB scenes, and there is an interactive pack folder. So this is the camera shake effect here. In that scene, I've made an example how we can use the voice device. Right now I'm talking, and depends on what I'm saying, it depends on the levels. I'm applying the camera shake and camera zoom effect in real time. And I'm doing this very simply with just a few nodes in relation constraint to control the camera shake. And in properties, you can even specify some camera if you want to apply this effect directly to specific camera, not to any current camera which you have in the scene. So you can make a different effect for each camera as well. This is one thing. Another thing that we can test commons color. So this is the story which contains 3 color nodes. That's what I was talking about before. So we can make a start or go to any previous color. For example, when we enter that frame and we go to any previous color, and like white color, the previous, it's a white color. Or we can specify it so it should be some specific color like previous red color, but if it will not find this color, it will go just to any. It's like unpredictable behavior right now. So this is most interesting is test interactive setup, which contains more setup on story editor, different colors. We have 3 red colors, 3 green colors, white colors. We have also commands to show hide groups, to show different elements on the scene, depends where we are. And what else? And this is the player rewind. When we play until this point, we don't go to another part of a scene, interactive part. We go just to the beginning. So for example, if we play this part and then go to the beginning or go to another point, then we rewind and go to the start, and we rewind and go to the start. So this is like an idle part, for example. But I have as well a relation constraint which connects my keyboard buttons to control and jump randomly between different colors. So for example, if I press down, I randomly jump between my 3 white colors. If I press right, I'm randomly jump between my red color points, and so on and so forth. So that could be making kind of interactive presentation very quickly to have different animations on your global timeline, or even jump between takes, and you can show different parts depends on your scenario or current situation that you need to react. The user should react, or you could react with the keyboard buttons or any other input device. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and hope that it could be useful for anyone or someone. So thanks, and see you in next videos. Bye.